Right. Okay, Lamai. This is a new lesson, chapter 7, right? Chapter 7, grade 13, first lesson. Okay, the Lamai. I can say that this is one of, complicated lesson. So pay more attention on this lesson, Lamai, right? Mainly, Lamai, this lesson it basically focuses money creation of commercial banks, Lamai. Commercial banks can create money. Commercial bank can create deposits. Okay, the Lamai. And that expansion of deposit directly affects money supply of okay. So yeah, it's only one part of this lesson, but it's really important. Money supply. Okay, the Lamai. Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Okay, what does central bank do? How monetary policy is implemented? Okay, the Lamai. And last part of this lesson is inflation. Okay, inflation, reasons for inflation, how to control inflation, price indexes. Yeah, these are the main areas we need to cover. Anyways, big lesson, Lamai, and so important. That's why I have decided to start this lesson in advance. Okay, right. Right. Take your tute, Lamai. Money, kind of. First part is theory part. Can you see the screen I'm sharing, Lamai? Yes. Yes. Okay. Money. Yeah, good. Thank you. Money. This is the definition of money, Lamai. It is a anything, any item or substance commonly accepted by the general public. This is the most important character of money, Lamai. Okay, commonly accepted by the general public as a medium of exchange, right? If general public accepts anything, it may be coin, it may be not, it may be digital card or something. Okay, the Lamai, or some physical items like some commodity or something. Okay, the Lamai, unit of rice or something. So vegetables might be. So anything, remember, anything, any substance which is commonly accepted by the general public as a medium of exchange is defined as money, Lamai. Clear the Lamai? දැන් අපි දන්නේ coins and notes විතරනේ. දැන් අපි දැන් හිතන්නවා payment එකක් food city එකට ගිහිල්ලා ළමයි මොනවා හරි අරගෙන payment එකක් කරන්න යනකොට එයා කියන්නේ නෑනේ මට cash එපා කියලා. නෑ නෑ සර් ඔයාලට cash වලින් මේ payment කරන්න බෑ. අපි cash accept කරන්නේ නෑ කියලා කියන්නේ නෑනේ ළමයි. ඔයාලට cash වලින් payment එක කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ cash එක accept කරනවා ළමයි as a medium of it. Okay ද ළමයි? So remember money mean it's a any substance, any item. It might be marker pens, llama. It might be something else, right? It might be even something like gold coin, right? The anything, any substance, might be smartphones, llama. Okay, anything which is commonly accepted by the general public as this is called money. Next one, lamai. The special or distinct feature of money is perfect liquidity. Perfect liquidity means, Lama, if you have coins and notes in your hand, right? If you have money, if you have coins and notes, no need to convert coins and needs into another method or another asset to make a transaction or to use as a medium of exchange. But if you have a land, you cannot use land as a medium of exchange, Lama. You cannot go to market and say, I don't have money, but I have land. Can I use as a land as a medium of exchange? then definitely the seller would not accept land as a medium of exchange. So if you want to buy something, Lama, you have to convert land into coins and notes, land into money. Then money can be used as a medium of exchange. You get the point? If you have a vehicle, Lamai, or car or something, you cannot use it as a medium of exchange. You have to convert car or vehicle into cash. Then cash can be, or coins and notes can be used as a medium of exchange. Okay, the Lamai. So remember, the money is a perfect liquidity. Coins and notes, if you have coins and notes, no need to convert coins and notes into another form of assets to make a transaction. Okay, the Lamai. So remember, money is a perfect liquid asset. Perfect liquid mean Lamai, no need to convert into another form of assets to make a transaction. But if you have land, if you have motor vehicle, these are not perfectly liquid asset, because you have to convert this asset into cash to use as a medium of exchange. So this is a very important characteristics, one of many important characteristics of money. Perfect liquidity due to its common acceptance. Many definitions of money are based on principle or functions of money, including above definition. Remember, Lamai, when you define money, okay, you should say it's anything, any substance which is commonly accepted by general public. Okay, the Lamai, as a medium of exchange, money is a perfectly liquid asset. Perfectly liquid asset. Remember these two characteristics. Clear? Then Lamai, next point. Functions of money. You might have learned these functions, Lamai. There are 4 functions of money. Money does mainly 4 functions. Okay, Lamai. Write down these 4 functions. Remember, if these 4 functions are done by any particular asset, any particular substance, that can be categorized as money. Functions of money. Remember, money has mainly 4 functions. Mainly 4 functions, Lamai. Right? Write down here. You cannot create your own one. There are specific functions of money. You might have learned as a medium of exchange, store of wealth, unit of account, and standard of deferred payment. Okay, the Lamai. Are you okay with I have discussed so far? Sandil, Sitma? Okay, right. Okay, the Lamai. Right. Write down Lamai functions of money. Functions of money. Functions of money. Functions of money. Remember, Lama, even this marker pen can be used as a medium of exchange if people generally accept this marker pen as a medium of exchange. Okay, the Lama. When you go to supermarket, if marker pens are accepted, generally accepted by people as a medium of exchange, you can use this marker pen as a medium of exchange as like coins and notes. Lama. You get the point. But here it's not generally accepted. Now, Lama, that's why we can't use markup in. Did you get the point, Lama? Okay. In our Asian time history, okay, the Lama, people used to use that bonds of animals as a medium of exchange. Okay, the Lama, the bonds of animals, some goods, commodity as a medium of exchange. Why? During that time period, Lamai, people accepted that substance, whatever, bonds or whatever, as a medium of exchange. You get the point, right? But now here we today we have experience. Yes, people use coins and notes as a medium of exchange. Sometimes lamai we use checks as medium of exchange, right? Sometimes we use credit cards, debit cards to buy something. Okay, lamai. Those are not money. Yeah, it's a different story. I'll explain that point. Right. Functions of money. Remember, money has main four functions. Press one right down, lamai. Act as a medium of exchange. No need act part, right? You can just write down medium of exchange. Press one. Medium of exchange. Medium of exchange. Medium of exchange. Second one, store of wealth. Store of wealth. Third one, unit of account. Unit of account. Last one, lamai. Standard. Standard of deferred. DEFFERD. Deferred payment. Deferred mean lama you can delay payments. Okay, the lama you can buy goods and services today, and payment can be made in the future with use of money. This is called standard of deferred payment. Uh, Sorry, medium. Medium of exchange, store of wealth, unit of account, and standard of deferred payment. These are the four functions of money. Okay, the lamai. At the beginning, I told you that if any substance, anything does these four functions properly, that can be considered as money. දැන් එක්සාම්පල් එකක් ක්‍රෙඩිට් කාඩ් ගන්න ළම අපි මේක ඉස්සරහට ඩිස්කස් කරමු නිකම් මේ කියන්නේ පොඩ්ඩක් මේක ක්ලියර් කරන්න. හරි ක්‍රෙඩිට් කාඩ් ගන්න. ක්‍රෙඩිට් කාඩ්. Credit card used as a medium of exchange, temporary medium of exchange. You can buy goods and services using credit cards. It means that my credit card does this function, but credit card can be used for other function. It does not store wealth. Store wealth. It does not act as a unit of account and also standard of deferred payment. So these three functions are not performed by credit cards. So credit cards is not considered as money because credit card does only one functions of these four, one of them. Credit card can be used as a medium of exchange when you buy goods and services. It's a temporary medium of exchange. So these are called money substitutes, credit cards. Money substitutes. But not money. So just substitutes. ඒ කියන්නේ තමයි money වෙන්න නම් මේ functions ඔක්කොම ටික කරන්න ඕනියා. Clear ද ළමයි? දැන් coins and notes issued by central bank. Okay ද ළමයි? This currency or fiat money what we use ළමයි. Okay? This does these four functions nicely. I'll explain what the meaning of these the four functions: medium of exchange, store of wealth, unit of account, standard of debt. Okay ද ළමයි? Right. Right, we'll discuss one by one. First one, medium of exchange. Medium of exchange. Read it, lamai. Very simple one. Medium of exchange. Money used as a method or means of payment to settle transactions and pay off debts. Pay off debts. Using money as an intermediary to trade or exchange goods and services instead of directly exchanging goods and services. Yes. Have you ever heard barter system, lamai? Have you ever heard what barter system? Sandil, Sitma, Ayatni. Barter system, what does it mean, lamai? Yeah, exchanging, yes, goods. No money as a medium of exchange. If you want to buy something, if you want to buy paddy, you have to offer something, good or service, not money. But today we offer money, Lama, right? Barter system, very simple one. In our history, in our, ancient time, barter system. Barter system means, Lamai, people exchange goods and services without use of medium of exchange. Lamai. Clear the Lamai. Example, if Sandil wants to buy paddy, okay? No, so assume Sandil produces paddy. Sandil is a paddy farmer, okay? Then Sandil needs oranges. Then Sandil have to find a orange farmer, okay, the Lamai. If you want to buy oranges, Sandil has to offer something, not the cash. Today, cash, Lamai. Clear the Lamai. In barter system, if you want to buy something, if you want to buy some good or service, you have to offer. You have to offer any another good or service to the receiver. Okay, the Lamai. Then here you can say paddy and oranges are exchanged between Sandil and with someone else. Okay, the Lamai. Remember, this is called barter system. Here, no, there is no medium of exchange. Goods and services are exchanged. Okay, the Lamai. If you want to buy something, you have to offer another good or service, not the money. But this system got rejected, Lamai. This system got rejected. That's why now we cannot see the barter system, Lamai. No barter system. Okay, the Lamai. දැන් ඔයා පුඩ් සිටි එකට ඔයාට මොනවා හරි ගන්න ඕන ඔයා තව මෙහෙන් මොනවා හරි අරන් යන්නේ නැහැ නේ ළමයි සල්ලිනේ අරන් යන්නේ. You get the point? So barter system got rejected. Barter system got rejected because of some, drawbacks. Drawbacks. Okay, there were some drawbacks, but main one was the bottleneck of barter system. The main drawback is the double coincidence of wants. Remember this one. Barter system got rejected due to several reasons. The bottleneck or the main reason is double coincidence of wants. Give me 1 minute, Lama. Main reason was double coincidence of wants. Double coincidence of wants. This is the main, the drawbacks of barter system. I'll explain, okay, what double coincidence of want is, right? Yeah, anyway, this is called barter system. But now we don't have barter system. As we use money as a medium of exchange, it's mean, Lamai, today money act as a medium of exchange. If you want to buy something, you can go and you can purchase by offering cash in return. No need to offer good or service to another party. No need to offer good or service to the supermarket. You can pay in cash. This is called the money act as a medium of exchange. Money as act as a medium of exchange. Clear the Lamai? Right. Actually, Lamai, the money has made transaction very easy. Okay, the Lamai. The transaction is very easy to make transaction than barter system. Remember, Lamai. And also trade volume. The number of transactions have increased because of this money used as a medium of exchange, right? Okay. Yeah, medium of exchange. Any doubt, Lamai? Sitma? No. හරි නේද ළමයි? Medium of exchange mean money used as a payment or means of payment to settle transaction. Which means ළමයි, when you buy goods and services, you can pay the amount or settle the amount in cash, in money. This is called medium of exchange. දැන් මෙයා medium of exchange මේ function එක කළේ නැත්තම් ළමයි, ඔයාට දැන් අපි හිතමු සන්දිල්ලා ගෙදර, දැන් සන්දිල්ලා ගෙදර මේ ටී තමයි තියෙන්නේ. හරි, රත්නපුරේ හරි මොනවා හරි ජෙම් හරි මොනවා හරි තමයි තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ඔයාට මොනවා හරි ගන්න ඕන නම් ළමයි ඒවා උස්සන් යන්න ඕනේ. දැන් නම් සල්ලිනේ ළමයි. සල්ලි ගිහිල්ලා දීලා ඕන මගුලක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර එහෙම නෑ. මොනවා හරි ගන්න ඕනි නම් ඔයා ගාව තියෙන එක අරන් යන්න ඕනේ. අනේ හොඳම එක තමයි ළමයි, ඒ ගන්න එක ඔයාගේ ගන්න කැමති නැත්නම් ඒකට තමයි ඩබල් කොයින්සිඩන්ට්. තේරුණාද? දැන් සන්දිල්ට ඔරෙන්ජස් ඕන නම් හරි ඔරෙන්ජ්, if you find farmer producing oranges, that's not enough to make a transaction. That person, that should be a person who is willing to buy paddy, who is willing to exchange oranges with paddy. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ මේ ඔරෙන්ජස් හදන කෙනෙක් අර හොයලා විතරක් හරියන්නේ නැහැ. ඌ ඔයාගේ ගන්න කැමති වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. ඒකට කියනවා ඩබල් කොයින්ස්. හරි රෙයානේ ළමයි, වෙන්නේ නැහනේ ළමයි. මම කියන එක තේරෙනවද ළමයි? ඉතින් මේ බොටල් නෙක් එක, the barter system has removed this, effects or bottleneck of barter system. Money has removed, the defects, or we can say the drawbacks of barter system. Clear the line? Right. Okay. Then third one says eliminates the requirement for double coincidence of bonds. Okay. Right. Next point. Store of wealth. Store of wealth. Simple. Store of wealth means lamai, individuals are able to store or save their wealth in form of money for money. Form of money within bracket write down for cash balance. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි ඔයාගේ wealth එක කියන්නේ මොකක්ද ළමයි? What is mean by wealth? දැන් අපි අහනවා සන්දීල්ගේ wealth එක මොකක්ද family එකේ. සන්දීල් මොකක්ද? wealth එක කියන්නේ ඔයාට තියෙන assets ළමයි. සන්දීල් කියයි අපිට car එකක් තියෙනවා sir 5 million තමයි value එක. Right. අපිට ලෑන්ඩ් එකක් තියෙනවා 10 මිලියන් තමයි වැලිව් එක. අපිට මෙහෙම තේවත්තකුත් තියෙනවා, ඒකේ 3 මිලියන් වගේ තමයි වැලිව් එක. අපිට ගෝල්ඩ් ජුවලරි ටිකකුත් තියෙනවා, අම්මටයි තාත්තටයි මේමයි. මේකේ වැලිව් එක මේක. අපිට තව ෆික්ස් ඩිපොසිට් එකකුත් තියෙනවා, මේක තමයි. ඔය ටික ඔක්කොම ඇඩ් කළාම තමයි සන්දීල්ගේ වෙල්ත් එක කැල් කරන්න පුළුවන්. wealth. How much of assets you have. Okay ද ළමයි? Then people use money to store the wealth. දැන් ඔයා ගාව කිව්වොත් සර් මං ගාව සල්ලි තියෙනවා. මං ගාව සල්ලි තියෙනවා ලක්ෂ 2ක්. නිකන් හිතන්න. සර් මං ගාව සල්ලි තියෙනවා ලක්ෂ 2 වාගේ wealth එක ළමයි. It's a part of your wealth. So what I need to say, the people use coins and notes, simple way, coins and notes or money to store his or her wealth. It's a part of wealth. In other words, lamai, we can say, if you save money, it's totally about savings, lamai. Store of wealth means saving. People try to save money. දැන් අපි ළමයි මේක සේව්, දැන් අපි මෙහෙම කරන්නේ නැහනේ. අපි කවදාවත් මේ මොනවද vegetables වලින් පැඩි වලින් එහෙම අපි අපේ wealth එක store කරනවාද? සේව් කරන්නේ, අපි සේව් කරන්නේ මොන වගේන්ද ළමයි? cash වලින්, සල්ලි වලින් අපි සේව් කරන්නේ. clearද ළමයි? ඒක තමයි store of wealth කියන්නේ. clearද ළමයි? Individuals are able to store or save their wealth in the form of money. Money shall act as a store of wealth by giving, මෙන්න මේක පොඩ්ඩක් highlight කරන්න ළමයි. Giving the ability to transfer current purchasing power to the future. If you assume you have 100,000, if you use this 100,000 to buy goods and services right now, money act as a medium of exchange. If you keep this money, if you save or if you keep this money in your hand to use in the future, here the money act as a store of wealth. not the medium of. But one day, this money, 100,000 you have, what you have will be used as a medium of exchange. Clear the lamai. Next one, money is an effective store of wealth. Yes, it's effective store of wealth. Then gold කියන්නෙත් ළමයි ඒක store of wealth තමයි. gold වලත් අපිට අපේ wealth එක store කරන්න පුළුවන්. කිසි අවුලක් නැහැ. තේරුණා? හැබැයි ඔයාලට හදිසියකට ආයේ සල්ලි ඕන වුණාම gold වලින් මුකුත් කරන්න බෑ. ඔයා ඒක convert කරන්න ඕන සල්ලි වලට. it's called gold වල perfect liquidity නෑ ළමයි. ඒ හින්දා මිනිස්සු බලනවා ගොඩක් වෙලාවට wealth එක accumulate කරන්න cash වලින්. clear ළමයි? Money is an effective store of wealth due to perfect liquidity. That's what I told you. If you store your wealth, if you save money in cash, if you store or if you accumulate your wealth in cash, no need to convert that cash into another form of assets to make transactions. You can directly use cash that you have already stored or accumulated to buy goods and services. This is called perfect liquidity. දැන් ඔයාගා වී කාර් එකක් හරි මොකක් හරි තිබුණොත් ළමයි ඒකත් වෙල්ත් එක තමයි. හැබැයි ඔයාලට මොන හරි ඔයාලට ගන්න ඕනි නම් ඔයාලට මේ කාර් එක විකුණලා සල්ලි වලින් තමයි ගන්න වෙන්නේ ගන්න දෙයක් ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? එතකොට ඒකයි අර මේ දැන් ඔයාගාව ෂෙයාර්ස් තියෙනවා. හිතන්න you have bought shares of John Keels ළමයි 200,000. You have bought shares of John Keels both of 200,000. It's a part of your wealth. But shares cannot be used as a medium of exchange. One day if you want to buy something in the market, you have to convert or you have to sell these shares to someone else, converting these shares into cash, because shares are not perfectly liquid assets. But money, coins and notes are perfectly liquid assets, so people try to use money as a store of wealth other than shares or vehicles or whatever. It doesn't mean that people don't use other assets to accumulate wealth. No. People use, but money is very common as it's perfectly liquid. Clear the lamai? මෙන්න මේක පොඩ්ඩක් highlight කරන්න ළමයි. Money is an effective store of wealth due to perfect liquidity. There is a condition ළමයි. What is a condition? I'll use red color. As long as its real value is stable. That is the case ළමයි. Real value is stable. What is mean by real value? Real value. Anyone? Sitma? Sandil? Real value of money. No idea. Real value. Yes, people use money as a store of wealth as long as real value of money remains unchanged. Give me 1 minute, Lama. Lamai, this function, the money does not act as a store of wealth if there is a higher rate of inflation in the country. Remember, Lamai, if inflation rate is high, people reject. No, people are not willing to use money as a store of wealth. දැන් මේ මිතන්න ළමයි. දැන් ඔයා සේව් කරන්න යනවා බැංක් එකට ළමයි. සේව් කරන්න යනකොට interest rate එක 10%. Or you are given 10% interest rate. But inflation rate is 15% ළමයි. If inflation rate reduces the value of money ළමයි. Right? Inflation is a killer. Okay? Inflation reduces the value of money. Okay, so inflation reduces the value of money. Assume inflation rate is 15%. Make a inflation, make a interest rate lamai. Then you can say inflation rate is more than interest rate. In this case lamai, people don't save money in cash. Why? It's useless. Yes, banks will provide 10% interest, but inflation rate is 15%. Yeah, the value of your money increases at rate of 10%, but while the inflation decreases your value of money by 15%, then net impact is minus 5. Okay, the lamai. So during higher rate of inflation lamai, people don't use money as a store of wealth. They try to buy some assets lamai instead of saving, especially non-productive investments like jewelry. Okay, the lamai. Productive investments නෙමෙයි මේවා. Jewelry. නේද ළමයි? ඒ කියන්නේ මේක වුණා ළමයි දැන්. ඉකොනොමි එකේ ඉන්ෆ්ලේෂන් එක ගොඩක් වැඩි නම් ළමයි මිනිස්සු සේව් කරන්න කැමති නැහැ. බැංකුවක් පැත්ත බලාත යන්නේ නැහැ. Clear ළමයි. If inflation rate is normal ළමයි, yeah, people may save money, but they are not reluctant to save. If inflation is so high, it's called hyperinflation ළමයි. Like 100%, 200%, like Zimbabwe experience ළමයි. Okay ද ළමයි? So people reject money as a store of wealth. කියන ලොකු inflation එකක් තියෙනවා මිනිස්සු මේක කියන save කරන්නේ නැහැ money as a in banks or wherever. Okay ද ළමයි? They try to buy some unproductive investments, especially jewelry and other lands and all ළමයි. Okay ද ළමයි? So remember ළමයි, before you save money or the advice of parents, okay, before they save money in bank lamai, try to calculate, ask them to calculate real interest rate lamai, real interest rate, real interest rate lamai. Next page there's a space. Can you write down this equation? Not, there's separate space for not. Real interest rate, real interest rate, real interest rate equals, real interest rate equals right now lamai, the real interest rate equals real interest rate, real interest rate equals nominal interest rate. Nominal interest rate minus inflation rate. What is mean by nominal interest lamai? This is the normal interest rate given by banks. අර ඔයාලා දකින්න ඔය advertisement වල එහෙම come and save, you will be given 15% interest rate on your fixed deposit. ඒක තමයි nominal. අර banks වල banks එයා public මේ මොකද්ද මේ public කරන්නේ මේ nominal interest rate එක. එයාලා කියන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි real interest rate එක. එයාලා කවදාවත් කියන්නේ. Nominal interest, assume nominal interest rate is 15%. What does it mean? You are given 15% interest on your savings, but assume llama inflation rate is 10%. Then net benefit for you is plus 5%. Though you are given 15% interest rate by banks, the net benefit is 5%. Remember. Okay, so if you are very rational, if you are rational consumer, rational person, okay, before you save money lamai, please calculate real interest rate, right? You need to make decisions on real interest rate, not just on nominal interest rate. This is useless, man. This is useless. Okay the lamai, if you can remember 2022 during financial crisis, okay the lamai, at the beginning interest rate was like around 10%. Then if inflation rate started to rise at a striking rate, okay, my god, I think 2022, okay the lama, it went up to 70%, 70% inflation rate lama. Clear the lama, much higher inflation rate. So Then lamai real interest rate, it became minus. So to attract more savings to banks lamai, bank had to provide higher rate of interest lamai. That's why during that time period lamai, normal deposits rate went up. Because if interest rate is inflation rate is high, people are reluctant to save money. But if these financial institutions need savings lamai, anyway they have to attract savings. So their business financial intermediation, the bank එකට deposit නැතුව මුකුත් කරන්න බෑ නම. එයාලා deposits attract කරගන්න. deposit attract කරගන්න ළමයි inflation එක වැඩි නම් economy එකේ ළමයි, they have to offer higher rate of interest rate as well to attract those who need to save money, those who like to save money. You get the point lamai? So what I need to say, during inflationary time period lamai, nominal interest rate also increased lamai. But anyway, remember lamai, remember this equation. The point is, my conclusion is, yes, people use money as a store of wealth. They use money to accumulate their wealth, save their wealth, and they can use them in the future as a medium of exchange. Yes, of course, no issue. But remember my the function of this function, second function of money is, you can say, overshadowed, or it's negatively affected by inflation. Okay, at the beginning lamai, during like a normal inflationary time period, people are reluctant to save money, but inflation rate is so high, it's like a type of hyperinflation. People reject or people reject money as a store of wealth. It's mean lamai, this function, okay, the lamai doesn't work out during high rate of inflation time period. Mostly it does not work out at all. So remember lamai, this is it's really affected by rate of inflation. Ask anything lamai if you have. Okay, any doubt, write down this equation and put a star mark and write down lamai, during we can say during the time period of hyperinflation. Hyperinflation mean lama is very high rate of inflation. Period of hyperinflation, people reject money as a medium of exchange. Sorry, as a store of wealth. As a store of wealth. Lamai plus function also affected by inflation. Na? If there's a higher rate of inflation, people don't like to use money as a medium of exchange. දැන් ඔයාලා ළමයි රුපියල් 10,000ක් දැක්කොත් පයින් ගහන් යනකොට අවුල් දෙකක් එහෙම දැක්කොත් ගන්නවද සන්දි? ඔය පාර යනකොට රුපියල් 2,100ක් පැත්තක දාලා තිනවා. ගන්නවද යනවද අවුල්ලා ගන්නවද? සිත්ම නැත්නම් රුපියල් 1,100ක් වැටිලා තියෙනවා. ගන්නවද? නැමිලා අවුල්ලා ගන්නවද? ඒ අයිදයා ළමයි හෙලෝ. හූ ගන්නවද? බොරු කියන්න එපා. පයින් ගහලා යනවනේ ඔකට ළමයි. ඇයි ඒ? ගණන් ගන්න නෑනේ ළමයි. ඇයි ඒ? ඒකට වැලියු එකක් නෑ ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ඕක high rate of inflation තියෙනවා economy එක ළමයි 1000 note එකටත් ඕක තමයි වෙන්නේ. මිනිස්සු ගණන් ගන්නෑ. 5000 ඉතින් සිම්බාබ්වේ මේ බලන්න ළමයි. 1 minute. අයත් මේ ආයුධය පුතා. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In Zimbabwe. තේනවද ළමයි ඔයාලට? මේ තියෙන්නේ. සිම්බාබ්වේ කියන්නේ ළමයි ලොකු ඉන්ෆ්ලේෂන් එකක් තිබ්බ රටක්. මේ බලන්න දැන් මෙයාගේ මේ ඩොලර් මේ නෝට් එක බලන්න කීයද ළමයි? $100 trillion. දැන් අපි අර රුපියල් 2,100 පයින් ගියහන් යන්නේ ළමයි. ගණන් ගන්න නෑනේ ළමයි. ඇයි ඒ? ඒකට වැලියු එකක් නෑ. ඒ වගේ සිම්බාබ්වේ ළමයි $100 trillion එකටත් වැලියු එකක් නෑ. That much of inflation, high rate of inflation. Then people don't like to use money as a medium of exchange and also as a store of wealth if there's a high rate of inflation. Remember, these two functions are really affected, lamai, by negatively affected by high rate of inflation. If you won't write it down, lamai, I one day, yeah, 2 years back, there's a question asking, the how do the money act as a medium of exchange and a store of wealth during the time period of higher rate of inflation, like that. Okay, the lamai. මේ බලන්න මේ මිනිස්සු මේ බලන්න can you see this for this one? මේ තියෙන්නේ ළමයි මේ coins and notes මේ තේද ළමයි මේ ඒ කියන්නේ මෙයාලට මේ ටික අරන් ගියාට මේ chicken kilo එකක්වත් ගන්න බෑ ළමයි. Chicken kilo, the price of chicken kilo was more expensive than the sum of this money ළමයි. That much of inflation. That's why I told you the inflation is a killer of it destroys everything. Investment, export, import, the standard of living, okay, the lamai, and economic growth, balance of payment, exchange rate, okay, the lamai, everything slowly destroyed by the high rate of inflation. Clear the lamai? මේ බලන්න ළමයි මේ බලන්න ඔයා හිතන ඇති මෙයා මාර නිකන් බිලියන කෙනෙක් වගේ කියලානේ හිතෙන්නේ නෑ ළමයි මේ කෑෂ් වලින් එයාට චිකන් එකක්වත් ගන්න බෑ ෆයිනල් ළමයි සිම්බාබ්වේ had to cancel සිම්බාබ්වේ ඩොලර් ඔක තමයි අන්තිමට වෙන්නේ ළමයි මිනිස්සු ගණන් ගන්න නෑ ළමයි ඔයාව රුපියල් දෙකට පයින් ගහන් යන්නේ ඒ වගේ කොච්චර නෝට් ලොකු නෝට් එකක් සෙන්ට්‍රල් බැංක් එක ඉෂුව කරත් මිනිස්සු ගණන් ගන්න නෑ වැඩක් නෑනේ ළමයි ඒවා තියන් ඉඳලා තේරුණා එතකොට ඒ කියන්නේ අර money does not act as a medium of exchange. Medium of exchange ඒ වැඩේ වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන සෙකන්ඩ් එක කොහොමත් නෑ ළමයි. Store of wealth save කරන්න මිනිස්සු cash use කරන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. තේරුමක් නෑ. මම කියන එක ඔයාලට clear ඇති. හරිද ළමයි? Finally මේ this the currency got rejected ළමයි banned by Zimbabwean central bank because it was useless. There's no any value any longer. Okay, so immediately central bank of Zimbabwe had to cancel. Okay, the lamai remove Zimbabwe dollar as a medium of exchange. Now they use a different one lamai. If Sri Lankan financial crisis had continued for another 2-3 years lamai, definitely this rupee or sorry this our currency would have been removed. Clear? So but anyway we lucky enough save ourselves. මාත් හිතුවේ නෑ ලංකාව රිකවර් වෙයි කියලා ළමයි. ආයි ගියපු විදියට 2020 වල එන මම හිතන්නේ ලංකාව තමයි දැන් වර්ල්ඩ් බැංක් එකෙන් කියනවා ළමයි ලංකාව තමයි කොහොම රිකවර් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒක මෙච්චර අඩු ටයිම් එකකින් ලංකාව තමයි මේ ඉක්මනට රිකවර් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මෙහෙම ෆයිනෑන්ෂල් ක්‍රයිසිස් එකක් ඇවිත්. හොඳයි ළමයි අද බලන්න මම දැක්ක මේ වර්ල්ඩ් බැංක් එකෙන් දාලා තියෙන ඉකොනොමික් ග්‍රෝත් රේට් එක මාර ස්ටේබල් ඉකොනොමික ළමයි. හොඳයි ඇත්තටම අපිට තව අවුරුදු 5කට වගේ මේක දිගටම අරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන් නම් wow it's wonderful. We can come to a certain place. ප්‍රශ්න ඇති හැබැයි අර ඉකොනොමික හොඳයි එක්ස්චේන්ජ් රේට් එක හොඳයි බැලන්ස් ඔෆ් පේමන්ට් එක ටිකක් හොඳයි but we have been default අපි අර loans නම් pay කරන්නේ නැහැ තාම කමක් නැහැ ඒ වුණත් ඉතින් හොඳයි ළමයි ඇත්තට clearද මම හිතන්නේ this is Sri Lanka is is a fastest country have recovered from such a fight the horrible financial crisis the press country ළමයි දැන් ඔය මොනවාද ග්‍රීක් සිම්බාබේමත් රිකවර් වුණා. ඔය මේ ග්‍රීසිය කියලා වල හදිලම ටක් ලොකු ෆයිනෑන්ෂල් ක්‍රයිසිස් එකක් තිබුණා වෙනිසියුලා 2008 වල අපි ඔය ලෙවල් කරද්දි ළමයි වල 13 වගේ. එතකොට මේ ඒවා රිකවර් වුණා. හැබැයි ලොකු ටයිම් එකක් ගියා. හැබැයි අපේ අවුරුදු 2ක් 3ක් වගේ within 2-3 years ළමයි we have been able to recover, okay, as a country or as an economy from a horrible financial crisis. It's a big achievement lama. Actually, we're proud of ourselves lama. Not us, I mean central bank and other the monetary authority, especially this Sri Lankan high class people. I mean top the educated people. They did a great job. Okay, lama. I can remember during financial crisis. To be honest, lama, our former president Ranil Wickremesinghe, great job. Okay, the lamai. He might have some, mistakes. No one is perfect, lamai. I'm not admiring Ranil Wickremesinghe, but anyway, after the financial crisis, 2022, uh, he took the challenge and did a great job. Okay, it might not be perfect, but during that time period, lamai, it was a serious, amazing, lamai. You get the point. But you in your life, lamai, remember if you need to appreciate something, okay, uh, appreciate regardless of people or race or religion or whatever. Okay, if someone does some good thing, appreciate lama. Okay, the lama. So anyway, yeah, we have recovered from financial crisis, but it will take another 5 years to come to a very stable place. Okay, yeah, I hope Sri Lanka will do it. Okay, the lama. World Bank last month, I think, World Bank gave a wonderful appreciation to Sri Lankan. They are really happy, Lamai. World Bank, IMF. Finally, Lamai, we had to go to take this 3.7 billion IMF loan, Lamai. 2022 April, Sri Lanka had to borrow 1 billion from India to buy fuel, Lamai. One ship of fuel. Understand? මට අපිට තෙල්වත් ගේන සල්ලි තිබුණේ නැහැ. Foreign reserves, it went down, I think, less than 50 million. නේද ළමයි? මොකුත් කරන්න තිබ්බේ බැරිම තැන අපි ඉන්දියාවෙන් තමයි සල්ලි ඉල්ලගත්තේ 1 බිලියන්. නේද ළමයි? ඉතරකට අවුල් ගිහිල්ලා තිබ්බේ. Okay, now I think almost 3 years නේද? ළමයි ඇත්තට. නේද ළමයි? Right. How many people left the country ළමයි? They thought Sri Lanka would not recover again. That's why they left the country, especially the high class professionals. That's why we need such a subject like economics. This is not for normal people. This is, for decision makers, nේද ළමයි? People who need to, come to, that you want to build up your career like a researcher, nේද ළමයි? Maybe uh, like a great personality in banking sector, maybe in share market, maybe policy making platform, the person in the policy making. nේද ළමයි? So, the subject for not like a, a technical subject. It's a totally academic subject required for the person who are really academic, also who are willing to develop his or her career in the research, economic research, financial research. Okay, the lamai. It's a good subject for them, right? Anyway, long story, but remember what I need to say finally. Remember, money does not act as a medium of exchange or store of wealth at all. There is a high rate of remember inflation. Yes, inflation is a killer of හරි නේද ළමයි? Third one you need to forget any doubt ළමයි? Sandil.
Awesome.
So how to determine stability of price with inflation? Mm, good question. Stability of price with inflation. Stability price with. Now there's a separate lesson for inflation, right? I'll be doing everything under the lesson of inflation. This is not place to discuss this point. Very deep one, right? Just forget this point. Yeah, now we are talking about yeah, don't worry, everything will be explained. This is very interesting lesson now. Okay, the money creation and how central bank this, because there's a concept called high powered money. High powered money. High powered money means the coins and notes are issued by central bank. So when central bank issues coins and notes, money supply increases more than what central bank issues. Example, central bank issues 1 rupee, money supply does not increase by 1 rupee, increases more than that. That's called money multiplier. Very interesting, Lama. And also this lesson needs some practical knowledge and also annual report data. If you can buy. Now it's available, Lama. I saw my school library had purchased that annual report 2024 one. 4 5 is not yet released yet. If you can, yeah, just download and or you can directly order from center. 1990. Okay, you can read a lot, and so we need some practical knowledge because there are some questions. Here is not enough. I'm not talking about calculation. I mean practical knowledge. Example, how Sri Lankan central bank handle of the implemented monetary policy during 2022 financial crisis to avoid or to avoid we can say financial crisis or like that. Then you should have practical. Okay, if you want practical knowledge, you have to read annual reports. But the main one is the central bank report. Okay, right. So this is very interesting lesson also. Uh, I'm very interested in this one, and the other one is international. These are real economics. Why not like RCD and everything? No, no, we need that part, but these are very advanced. And in Sri Lanka, Lamai, the many classes. I mean, I'm not criticize anyone, but the many teachers and also even my full time Lamai, they didn't teach these concepts properly. Lamai, just definition. Okay, the Lamai, just they just skip lessons. These lessons, especially these really important lessons, but they did explain very simple lesson by taking more time. Okay, the line that teachers do. So remember, yeah, it's very these two lessons it might take time, but very interesting. Money and banking and internet. It doesn't mean that the other lessons are not important. No, no, no. Others are also important, but these two lessons are so important. Right. Anyway, third one, unit of account. Unit of account. Not එක හරි නේද ළමයි? Right. Unit of account. It's very simple ළමයි. You make financial statements ළමයි. Income statement. What else ළමයි? Statement of මොනවද සිත් මායිති? Statement of cash flow.
Finance.
Position. ඊට පස්සේ income of sorry statement of තව මොනවද තියෙනව නේද ළමයි? Fine equity නේද? Income of income statement. These all are the you record the one transaction into separate places. Okay, the llama has credit and debit, everything done in accounting because of money, because money has measured the value of all transactions effectively. Unit of account mean my money is used to measure value of goods and services. Okay, money is unit in which prices of goods and services are quoted. It's been measured, in which accounts are maintained and recorded. ඔයාලගේ money කියලා එකක් නෑ ළමයි ලෝකෙ නිකන් හිතන්න. මුකුත් එහෙම transaction අපිට measure කරන්න බෑ. අපිට accounts තියන්න බෑනේ ළමයි කොහොමද financial statements. All transaction need to be measured in cash or form of cash or money to prepare financial state. Otherwise, it won't. Unit of account mean lamai money is used to measure the prices or values of goods and services. Okay, the lamai and the supporting us to make or prepare financial. Clear the lamai. This is called unit of account. Last one is a very important one. A standard of deferred mean lamai delay the payments. දැන් ඔයාලා ළමයි ලෝන් එකක් ගත්තාම මෙහෙම කියන්නේ නැහැ බැංක් එකට. බැංක් එක මම මේ ලෝන් එක ගෙවන්නම් in 10 years ජුවලරි වලින් ගෙවන්නම් කියලා කියන්නේ නැහැ නේ. තේරුණාද? මම මේ ලෝන් එක මම වෙන මොකක් හරි එකකින් ගෙවන්නම් කියලා කියන්නේ නැහැ. මොකෙන්ද ළමයි ගෙවන්නම් කියන්නේ? cash වලින්. money. Clear the ළමයි. I'll settle my loan in cash in the future after 2 years or after 1 month. It means mama you can buy something today. You can buy something today. Payment can be made in the future using money. That is called a standard of deferred payment. Ability to delay payments. Look at this ability to delay payments for goods or the settling of debt, even though goods are provided immediately. You can buy goods and services immediately. Okay, the lamai, but payments can be made in the future with use of money. This is called a standard of deferred payment. Clear the lamai. Credit transactions, contracts to pay for things at a later date is possible due to this function. Or credit cards, credit cards may make function. Credit cards lamai may use credit card කියන්නේම the standard of deferred payment. If you have credit card lamai, what do? Go to something maybe Abans or Damros, anywhere. You can buy something today without making payment lamai. Okay, using credit card you can buy something. Okay, the lamai. And you agree to pay the payment or the due after 1 month, maybe 1 month, after 1 month, in what form of method? Cash, money. This is called a standard of deferred payment. ඔයා කියන්නේ නැහැනේ gold වලින් ගෙවනවා කියලා ළමයි. ඔයා කියන්නේ නැහැනේ මේ මොන මොකක් හරි ගේන්නම් කියලා මම කියන්නේ නැහැනේ ළමයි. ඔයා බැංක් එකට පොරොන්දු වෙන්නේ මොකකින් ගෙවන්නද ළමයි? Cash වලින්. That's called a standard of deferred payment. These are the 4 functions of money. These are the 4 functions of money. Any doubt ළමයි? Anything? No? Next one. Barter system and monetary system. Barter system mean lamai is the time period in which there's no medium of exchange or cash was not used as a medium of exchange. People exchange goods and services, goods to goods, right? Read it lamai. Goods are exchanged without use of money. That's called barter system. I stole that the story regarding Sandil's what Sandil bonds and how to exchange something with another people, right? Goods are exchanged without use of money. Monetary system in today world, goods and services are bought and sold with the use of money. There is a middleman, money. And remember, Lamai, the use of money has made transactions easier and productive, and also has increased number of transactions. That's called trade volume. There is no medium of exchange apart from the goods are being exchanged between buyer and seller. It's been goods and services are exchanged. No medium of exchange. Monetary system in today world, talking about monetary system. Money is the medium of exchange between seller and buyer. Seller and buyer. Seller and buyer. Okay, the lamai. This is barter system, barter system. Second one, barter system versus money. Okay, today is a monetary world, lamai. We don't have barter system anymore. Clear? Next one, drawbacks of the barter system. පුතා මේක පොඩක් මතක තියාගන්න. I explained first one. The main the bottleneck of barter system is double coincidence of wants. Double coincidence of wants. Double coincidence of wants refers to a pre-requirement which essentially needs to be satisfied for a transaction to take place within a direct exchange between a based or barter exchange system. But this, listen me carefully. Double coincidence of want mean if you want to buy paddy, if you want to buy, assume you are a milk producer, you have extra milk, excess of milk, okay, you need rice. Just imagine rice. If you want to buy rice, you have to find a producer making rice producer. But that's not enough. You have to find a rice producer who is willing to exchange rice with milk. Clear the lamai? If paddy farmer, this rice producer says, just imagine, right? No, yes, I have rice. Then you can ask, I want to buy rice. Do you have rice? Yes, sir, I have rice. Okay. I can give milk to you in return because money, no money, right? In barter system, no money as a medium of it. So you can say, okay, I have milk. I can offer milk uh, for your rice. Then this producer will say, no, sir, I don't like to share or exchange rice with your milk because I don't like milk. Then transaction won't take place. Lama. This is called double coincidence of bonds. Okay, the Lamai. You get the point, Lamai? Uh, so the double coincidence of bonds means simple way. You have to find a person. You have to find a producer who is producing your product, and also that producer. I mean that producer or the person wants to exchange, willing to exchange her or his good with you, with your good, Lamai, good or service. This is called double coincidence of bonds. But it's very rare, Lamai. එහෙම අපිට හොයන්න පුළුවන්ද ළමයි? දැන් පැඩි පාම කෙනෙක් නම් හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් මහන්සියලා කොහොම. දැන් උට මගේ ගාව තියෙන එක ඕනි වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. සමහර වැඩක් නේ. එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ ළමයි. හරි කලාතුරකින් නේද? Very rare. Okay ද ළමයි? That's why this the barter system got rejected. මොනවා issue එකක් තියෙනවද කියන්න? This is called double coincidence of bonds. If you want, write it down. Remember here, write down ළමයි. Here the assume this is person A. Person A has to find, can you write this down ළමයි? Has to find a person uh, producing rice, but that's not enough. Okay, the lamai rice, and I mean who is willing to exchange rice with what you have. Assume milk. Both parties must be willing to exchange the goods they have. Okay, the lama. This is called double coin. Remember, lama, when you explain these concepts, lama, try to use examples. It's better. Any doubt? Not only that, lamai, but also some other drawbacks. Yeah, double coincident of bonds. Okay. Second one, lack of commonly accepted medium of exchange. lamai. මේකත් ලොකු ඉෂුව එකක් බාට සිස්ටම් එකේදී බැවැර ඩබල් කොයින්සිඩන්ස් of bonds තමයි මේන් එක හරිද limited divisibility and limited portability අද නම් ළමයි වාට 500,000 නේ කොළඹ ඉඳලා අනුරාධපුරට අරන් යන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි පර්ස් එකේ දාගෙන නේද බෑග් එකක දාගෙන අරන් යන්න පුළුවන් නේද portability mean ළමයි carrying something from one place to another අපිට තියෙනවා 5000 දැන් හිතන්න 100,000 අරන් යන්න ඕනේ 5000 notes 25,000 notes ළමයි නේ ලොකු මේ ස්පේස් එකක් ඕනේ නැහැ මේක ස්ටෝර් කරන්න හරි ලේසි හැබැයි එදා ළමයි දන්න කොහොමද අරන් යන්නේ කියලා ඔයා ළමයි වාගේ මිල්ක් ටික ඔක්කොම දීලා ඔයා රයිස් ගන්නවා ළමයි පැඩි හරි මොනවා හරි අර බෑග් වල බැඳලා හිතන්නකෝ ළමයි ඒවා අරන් යන්නේ කොහොමද නේද හරි කරදරයි නේද ළමයි limited portability and divisibility මෙහෙම බලන්න ළමයි අද නම් ඔයාලට පොඩි transaction එකක් වුණත් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ ළමයි assume if you want to buy a matchbox costing 20 rupees then you can make the transaction ළමයි no issue okay by giving 20 rupees note ළමයි you can buy a matchbox but I need to say today ළමයි with use of money you can make a even small transaction ළමයි small you know value of transaction එදා බාට සිස්ටම් එකක හරි කරදරයිනේ ළමයි මෙහෙම හිතන්නකෝ ළමයි 100 units of rice 100 kilos of rice 100 kilos of rice are exchanged for one buffalo or one cow or something, right? One cow. Okay, the lamai. 100 units of rice equals one animal, buffalo or calf or okay, the lamai. Whatever. Then assume lamai, this person needs to exchange 50 rice unit lamai. Make the exchange ratio. Sorry, the ratio එක 100 kilos equals one buffalo. Then 50 exchange කරන්න ඕනි කෙනා කොහොමද ළමයි කරන්න බෑනේ buffalo half of this animal ළමයි not practical නේ ළමයි නේද ළමයි එතකොට මේ transaction එක එතකොට මේ කියන්නේ පොඩි transaction එකක් කරන්න ඕනි කෙනාට හරි අමාරුයි මේක කරන්න ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි එතකොට අර මෙයාව ගන්න ඕන නම් මෙච්චරම දෙන්න ඕනි ළමයි සමහරට මෙච්චර ගාණක් වැඩි ඒ මනුස්සයාට කියන එක තේරෙනවද හරි ineffective කියලා වට තේරෙනවද ළමයි there's no you know the divisibility right but today you can make even a small transaction with use of money clear the lamai then the goods are really perishable lamai perishable mean like cannot be stored for a long time period lamai මේක බලන්න uh, high perishability a lack of specific rate of exchange lack of specific rate of exchange then sixth one is lamai this is very important one right we need to discuss this point in detail okay what is that limiting or discouraging specialization and division of labor specialization and division of labor okay the barter system discourages it makes discourage it makes you know the division of labor specialization discourage and inhibiting the economic growth and development process yeah these are the main these are some drawbacks of barter system but remember lamai the main one is double coincidence lack of double coincidence okay uh, Are you okay, Lam? You're be so silent. This is today's theory lesson, Lam. What to do there? This first part of this lesson is theory, right? Sitma, Sandil, clear. Right. අපි question එකක් කරමු ළමයි. pass web එකක් ඇති යන්න page number page number yes page number 13 නේද ළමයි? Page number 13. හරි explain කරන්න first one 2011 A level what is mean by double coincident of bonds example එකක් use කරන්න. එතකොට අරගේ answer එක හරි clear ළමයි. Right? What is mean by a double coincident of bonds? Second one, no, you cannot do that. Why credit cards are not money? Don't do that. Then you can do 2015 A level paper question. Define money and briefly describe how money has removed the defect. Defects mean lamai drawbacks of the barter system. Explain කරන්න ඕන ළමයි. Especially double coincident of. දැන් අද ඔයාට ළමයි පුඩ් සිටි එකට ගිහලා හිතන්න ඔයාට බේත් ගන්න ඕන කියලා මොකක් හරි අවුලක් තියෙනවා. යනවා ආසිරි හොස්පිටල් එකට ඩොක්ටර් කෙනෙක් channel කරා. තේරුණාද? දැන් ඔයා ගාව තියෙන හිතන්න පැඩි ළමයි බෑග් එක දාගෙන යනවා. ඔයාට තියෙන දේනේ ළමයි අරන් ගිහලා කියනවා මෙහෙමයි ආසිරි මට මෙහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා මට සර්ජරි එකක් තියෙනවා මට කරගන්න ඕනි. මං ගාව සල්ලි නෑ හැබැයි මට දෙන්න වෙන්නේ මේව තමයි. දැන් ආයේ ඔයා ගාව තියෙන ගන්න කැමති වෙන්නත් එපා. වෙන්නේ නෑනේ. ආසිරි හොස්පිටල් අයියෝ මට එපා ඕවා. ඔයා යන්න. එහෙම කියයි ළමයි. ඉතින් එතන අර සර්ජරි එක කරගන්න වෙන්නේ නෑ ඔයාට ළමයි. කෙනෙක්වත් තේරෙනවද? එතකොට මේ අද එහෙම නෑ ළමයිනේ. Money has been able to remove the all defects of barter system. Okay, people know need to wait, and also we don't care other what others want ළමයි. ඔයාට rice ද milk ද මට වැටෙන්නේ නෑ. මෙන්න සල්ලි තියෙනවා. මට ඕනි දේ දෙන්න මම ගෙදර යනවා ළමයි. That's it. තේරෙනවද ළමයි? අද හරි ලේසි ළමයි. මම කියන එක තේරෙනවද? And also it has increased the volume of trade and economies have expanded ළමයි. And you know it we now there's a concept called globalization. In barter system lamai economy is like a type there's a word called stagnate lamai. It was not growing. It was not there was no any progress. Okay, it was stagnate like the stand in one place. Okay, the lamai ada imana lamai the use of money has it has done a great job. Okay, explain and briefly describe how money has removed the defects of the barter system. 4 marks. If you want Lama, you can use example. Then today 2021, there's very important and also simple question. Okay, what are the main functions of money? There are 4 functions of money: medium of exchange, store of wealth, unit of account, and standard of living. Hari, මේ තුන කරමු ළමයි අපි ඉක්මනට. පොඩ්ඩක් එනර්ජි එකක් එන්න ළමයි. ඔයාලා මං කියන එක හැමදාම අහන් ඉන්න. 2011 11 එකේ ප්‍රශ්න එක විතරක් කරන්න මේ ක්‍රෙඩිට් කාඩ්ස් කරන්න එපා. ඒක කරන්න එපා. මේකේ තියෙනවා ක්‍රිප්ටෝ කරන්සි ගැන කතා කරන්න ළමයි. ආසයි නේද ඔයාලා? ක්‍රිප්ටෝ කරන්සි. Crypto the next day I think and discuss how it works. Okay, the ළමයි. Why it is said to be illegal. Okay, very interesting part. That is the the latest form of money. Money is evolving ළමයි. Coins and notes, then card payments, plastic card, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Like there is, the money is evolving. In the future, there will be more the new types of money that we cannot even predict. Right. Make your own answer and send me a Right. Do you need more time, Lamai? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Sandil, pure the answer for plus one is, yeah, it's simple, but it is very clear. Good. Sandil, can you hear me? Yeah. Give a try to answer 2015. Remember, 15 question is asking you to explain how barter system has removed the defects of, sorry, money has removed the defects of barter system. Lamai 2015 A-level paper question. The question is how barter has how money has removed the defects of barter system. Barter system has many defects, like 7 8 defects Lamai I given you. But remember, uh, here you have to pay your main the attention on the main. I mean, you need to explain bit more about the double coincident of, as it is the main problem of drawbacks of barter system. Okay, Lamai? It doesn't mean that no need to mention other drawbacks. No, just include, but double coincident should be given a more detailed paragraph. And say in the barter system, the bottleneck was not to have double coincident of bonds. Double coincident of bonds means both parties must be willing to exchange each other. Okay, but that is very rare. So transaction, it took much time to make a transaction. But use of money has removed this defect or bottleneck, as people can use money as a medium of exchange. No need to worry about others' choices or others, what others are interested. They can make payment or make a transaction with use of money without waiting. Okay? The people like that you can explain Lamai. And you can say barter system. In the barter system, there is no proper, you know, uh, that one, one was, yeah, commonly accepted medium of exchange. But money has removed that mistake or the drawback, as blah blah blah. You can explain now. But in the barter system, there's a lack of specific rate of exchange. But with use of money, there's a exact or specific rate of exchange. So it makes transaction easy. Like that, you can explain Lama. But double coincident of one should be main at it. Finish the Lama. Ayat me. What are you doing?
I said that.
Uh, yeah. Second question. First one, okay. Second one, in second 2015 one, you have uh, you haven't explained how barter system has removed this drawbacks, Lama. And you need to explain what double coincident of want is, and the other one is how to remove that part, that drawbacks by barter system. Not much explain, Lama. 2021 is simple, good. 2011 paper question. You need more time lamai. Itma? Okay. Question. Can you? What happened to your finger? Didn't. Right, okay, Lama. This is the answer given in your marking scheme. No need to write answer like this, Lama, even myself. Okay, but understand the point. Read it, Lama. Can you see the board, our screen? Yes, right. Money is an, then they have, given, very in small explanation, definition for money. Money is any commodity or token. Oh, it's taken that is generally acceptable as means of payment. It's mean medium of exchange. A main means of payment is a method of settling debt. When a payment has been made, there is no remaining obligation between parties to a transaction. Yeah, that part is not okay. Not no need that part. You can just say money is anything or any commodity or substance which is generally accepted by people as a medium of exchange. That's enough. Then Lamai, under the barter system, individuals pay for goods or services by offering other goods and services in exchange. Nice point, Lamai. They have explained something about barter system. What barter system is. The problem of barter system is that requires a double coincidence of one. This word is compulsory, Lamai. Okay. Then both traders must be willing to trade their products with each other. Both traders must be willing to trade their products with each other. It's called double coincidence of wants. A situation that rarely occurs, Lama. Yes, it's very rare. I told you. Money solves. Then they have explained how money has removed this problem. Money solves the problem of double coincidence of wants because people will receive always money for the item they sell. So no need to worry about others, the but others are interested. Okay, the Lama. Because they sell something for money, right? Then moreover, barter system is extremely expensive over long distance. What would what would it cost me to send rice to distant place in return for an item available there? It much cheaper to mail a check and get the item you want. Yes, I mean it's the money has made transaction easier, right, and faster. Okay, the Lamai. Then Lamai, barter is time consuming because of difficulties in determining the value of the product. It's mean Lamai that this point explains another drawbacks of barter system. Not having common, the rate of exchange. Difficulty in storage of goods waiting for exchange. Difficulty in engaging transaction which requires small proportion of particular items. It's explaining another drawbacks of how barter system has removed drawbacks of, sorry, how money has removed another drawbacks of barter system. Okay, the Lamai. Here, is well, up to certain level is well organized answer. Anything, Lamai? Ayatmi, your one is not enough. Clear. You could have explained bit more, saying how to. Okay, good. Okay, good, good. Ah, when I see this, I can say one. No, I'm not criticizing your answer, right? I put that try to answer paragraph wise. In economics, try to answer paragraph wise. Okay. Yeah, that's one. This is okay. Hmm. Wow, it's good explanation. Yes. Yeah, good. Yeah, Sigma 1 also okay, Lamai. Good. Okay, so right. Any doubt, Lamai? Sandil, shall we move on, Lamai? Oh, Sandil left the meeting. Right. Next point, Lamai. That there is a relationship between money. There is a relationship between money, trade, specialization, and division of. Listen carefully. There is a connection between these concepts, Lamai. What are the concepts? Number one, barter system. Sorry. Before that, uh, Sitma, can you remember division of labor and specialization? Division of labor, yes. Division of labor and specialization. Division of labor mean, Ayatmi, can you remember? Division of labor, the entire production process split up or it's divided into small parts and group of individuals assigned to do tasks separately. In a garment factory, Lamai, the entire production process is divided into small parts like cutting, sewing, and ironing, like that. Then, Lamai, a group of individuals are assigned part to part. So, one worker does only one task of the production process. That's called division of labor. That's very productive and also efficient production technique. Okay, which was introduced by Adam Smith, Lamai. Division of labor and specialization. Division of labor and specialization makes production process very efficient and productive. Okay, Dalamai. So division of labor and specialization makes production process effective. Okay, Dalamai. Or we can say productive, effective, or productive. Division of labor and specialization, yes, makes production productive and productive. It's mean, Lamai, it directly affects economic growth and increase in volume of trade. Increase in volume of trade. My next question, Sitma, can we apply division of, then what I explain is division of labor and specialization, yes, it's a good concept, Lama. If we can introduce this concept into a production process, yes, we can increase the productivity. Yeah, it's good. But my next question, can we apply this division of labor technique for very small scale firm where 5, 6 workers work? Yes or no? Sitma, can we use division of labor, this technique, for a small firm? Is it productive? No, it's not productive. Remember, Lamai, This division of labor concept can be applied for large scale firms, right? This works for only large scale firms. Large scale firms. Large scale firms. So large scale firms can use this technique, division of labor and specialization, which makes production process effective and productive, and also the economic growth and increase rate, like that. But remember, yeah, large scale production for large scale firms. What is mean by large scale firms like Brandix, Mass Holding? They produce a lot, lamai, a million, large quantities. Why do they produce large quantity? What do they do after the production? Assume total production is, let's say, 50 million worth of clothes or textiles or t-shirts or whatever. 50 million. They produce a lot, because they know, lamai, whatever they produce, 50, not the 50, 100 or 150 million of clothes can be exchanged with someone else or with another country for cash, for money. Clear the lamai. So remember, large scale firms produce massive production, mass production, because these firms knows that whatever amount they produce, they can exchange the excess production with someone else or with another country with exchange of cash, lamai. You get the point? So remember, large scale firm produces a large quantities because of money, lamai. They believe, they trust money as a medium of it. So remember, lamai, money has, money has facilitated, money has, the given some, or money has made large scale firms very efficient and productive. So they try to produce more and more and more. Okay, the lama. Large scale mean division of labor and specialization can be used. Then production process becomes effective, economic growth and trade volume expansion. Okay, the lama. So remember, the here base division of labor, large scale production, production process being effective and productive. Everything depends on using money as a medium. In the barter system, lamai, there was no concept called mass production. Why? Large or large scale production. Hmm? The companies or businesses didn't produce a lot because they couldn't exchange a large number of goods and services in the barter system, lamai, because of drawbacks of the barter system. Remember, lamai. Okay. So after this the barter system or in monetary system, when we use money as a medium of exchange, lamai, it has facilitated companies to exchange these services, any number of goods and services, with someone else with use of money, form of money. So now what I need to say, lamai, the base is use of money. Clear? So if you can compare these two systems, you can compare these two systems. Number one, lamai, barter system and monetary system. මේක ක්ලියර් නේද ළමයි ඔයාලට? දැන් barter system එකේ ළමයි large scale production එහෙම ලොකු තිබුණ නෑ එහෙම. Clearද? Large scale firms නෑ කියන්නේ ළමයි division of labor and specialization techniques cannot be applied. Okay? In the barter system, trade volume, trade volume, barter system, trade volume. In the barter system, trade volume is low because of drawbacks of the barter system. Trade volume was low. Okay, the lamai. Trade volume low mean it discourages discourages large scale production. That's big barrier. Large scale production. Large scale production. Large scale production. Okay, the lamai. If there's no large scale production, lamai, division of labor and specialization cannot be applied. Cannot be applied. Cannot be applied mean lamai. Production process does not become effective. Okay, the lamai. It's not productive. Then it's not good for the economic growth. Okay, the lamai. When it comes to monetary system, lamai, trade volume is high, right? Higher number of trade volume is much higher than barter system. Trade volume is high. Why? Money makes trade faster and easier. Okay, the lamai. So trade volume is high. Trade volume is high mean lamai encourage large scale production. Large scale production. Large scale production. If there's a large scale production, lamai, we can apply division of labor, and specialization. Specialization can be applied. Can be applied. Okay, the lamai. Then finally, economic growth, employment will increase. Lamai. Understand how division of labor and what else? Specialization are encouraged by use of money. Barter system trade volume is very low because of double coincidence of bonds and other drawbacks of barter system. Then it discourages large scale production. Then division of labor and specialization cannot be applied. When it comes to monetary system, trade volume is high because money makes trade fast and easy. So they try to do more transactions. It encourages large scale production. Then division of labor and specialization can be applied, and there will be economic. Okay, the lamai. Any doubt? If you want, write this down. Better to write it down. Even take a screenshot. You need more time, lamai? Hello? Lamai? Yes. Okay, take time. ප්‍රමෝද් හෙට උදේ එනවා නේද? Money makes trade faster and easier. Okay? Then encourage large scale production, division of labor and specialization can be applied, then economic growth will be there. Right. Sanvil? Good. Right. Last part for today. Yeah, then Lama, this is like a small chart explaining the connection between large scale production, division of. Can you recognize this one? Can you understand this chart, Lama? First one is the barter system. This is first one. Barter system, limited trade volume. Then second one, next one, use of money, increase trade volume and market expansion. This is second one. Then it increases large scale production, encourages large scale production. Large scale production means we can use division of labor. Finally, Lama, if we can use division of labor, increase efficiency, productivity and economic growth. Remember this relationship. Again, Lama, economic අපිට develop කරන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් අපි economic growth එක increase කරන්න පුළුවන් large scale production වලින්. එක්සාම්පල් එකක් ගන්න සවුත් කොරියාවල් ළමයි 40% විතර GDP එකේ contribution එකන්නේ Samsung එකේ. Large scale production or small scale production? Sigma, Samsung. Large scale ළමයි. Apple, USA, Tesla. One firm, okay, one business ළමයි. Okay, contributes a lot. Okay, the ළමයි. If you know, just imagine, right? Just the operations of Samsung. Okay, the ළමයි. Shut down South Korean economic growth rate would like decrease by more than like half. Okay, the ළමයි. That much of influence there. So remember large scale production. China ළමයි. Everything is large scale ළමයි. They never produce a small scale level. And also ළමයි large scale mean they can reduce the average cost. That is called economies of scale. Economies of scale. Large production mean we can reduce the not the total cost, average cost. Which mean we can produce one unit at lowest possible average cost than our competitors. Okay, the lamai. That advantage can be taken by only large scale firms. Okay, the lamai. Right. Last one, the characteristics of good money. Characteristics of good money. Attributes of good money. What makes good medium of exchange? Again, lamai ara. Huh? Sorry, Puta. Okay. Now it's okay, right? Right. These are called attributes of good money. It's mean lamai to be a good money. Okay, the lamai. These characteristics or these attributes are compulsory. If these attributes are not available, any currency does not become a good money. First one, common acceptance lamai. මිනිස්සු ළමයි මේක දැන් ඔයා හිතන්නවා පේමන්ට් එකක් කරනවා පුඩ් සිටි කරලා. යා කියනවා අනේ සර් මට මේ පියල් නම් ගන්න බෑ. වෙන මොනවා හරි දෙන්න. චෙක් එක රිෆියුස් කරොත් ළමයි. If Food City refuse to take or accept checks as a medium of exchange, then transaction won't happen. Though, so remember, normally money is defined as, is anything or any substance or any item which is commonly accepted as a medium of exchange. So remember the first one is the common acceptance. If this is not there, money won't work as medium of exchange. Remember, Lama, if there's a higher rate of inflation, people won't accept money as a medium of exchange. The best example, as I showed you, remember Zimbabwe. Inflation was rising at a striking rate in Zimbabwe. Then what people did was to reject money as a medium of exchange. No, there's no commonly acceptance. Second one, durability. Durability mean Lama, we can use should be able to use coins and notes or whatever money, uh, especially coins and notes for long period of time. Long period of time. 1 minute. You see my face, Lama? Lama? Hello. Okay. Look at this. How much note? 1,000 rupees, right? So this is a durable note. Why? This central bank has made this note using specific substance, Lama, specific material. Okay, the Lama. It's not just piece of paper. Okay, the Lama. It's a special substance, special paper. I don't know. It's like cotton mix something. Okay, the Lama. So that's why this we can use this for a long period of time, maybe 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. Okay, the Lama. I saw one day, yeah, my one student in my school class. Okay, the Lamai. Last week, yes, not last week. Remember? Okay, the Lamai brought uh, the Singapore currency, Lamai. No, Singapore Malaysian one. Okay, the Lamai. It cannot be destroyed, Lamai. Iran na bෑ මෙහෙම. තේද ළමයි? Okay, I saw it had been made using a specific substance lamai. Specific piece of paper is a type like plastic. That's called durability. Okay, the lamai. Then make a මොකක් හරි පොඩි වැස්සකට දෙමුණත් මේක මොකක් හරි වෙනවා නම් ළමයි there's no durability. Clear the lamai. Third one, the second one, third one. What is next? Next one is the stability of value. Stability of value depends on inflation. Remember, this is a nominal value. This 1,000 rupees mean nominal value. Can you see that? Who has given this value? Hmm? I mean, this paper does not cost 1,000 lamai. Oh, this paper does not have value of 1,000 itself lamai. The monetary authority has given this value. This piece of paper, this piece of paper has a value of 1,000 rupees. This is called nominal value. Nominal value. Real value mean lamai the number of goods and services that you can buy. It depends on the rate of inflation or price level. So remember lamai, to have a good money, ability of value is very important. It depends on inflation level. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ඒ කියන්නේ අපේ ඉන්ෆ්ලේෂන් රේට් එක අර සෙන්ට්‍රල් බැංක් එකට පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනි අර ලෝ ලෙවල් එකක තියන් යන්න ළමයි. නැත්තම් මේ තර්ඩ් ක්වොලිටි එක නැති වෙලා යනවා. එතකොට මිනිස්සු මේ සල්ලි ගණන් ගන්න නෑ ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? Fourth one, relative scarcity. Relative scarcity mean ළමයි money it should not be like a diamond and also it should not be like water in the sea. ඕකේද ළමයි? ඒ කියන්නේ ගොඩාක් තියෙන්නත් බෑ ටිකක් තියෙන්නත් බෑ. තේරුණාද? හැමතැනම තියෙන්න බෑ ළමයි. ඒ කියන්නේ අර මේ අච්චු ගහන්න දෙන්නේ නැත්තේ ළමයි. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? We cannot counterfeit. That word is counterfeit. You cannot copy. Okay ද ළමයි? So remember it's relatively scarcity. The money should be relatively scarce. Okay, shouldn't be like a diamond. Diamond will very rare ළමයි. And also it shouldn't be water in the sea. That word is used to indicate like unlimited supply. තේරුණාද ළමයි කියන්නේ? ඕන තරම් ගොඩාක් තියෙන්නත් බෑ ටිකක් තියෙන්නත් බෑ. So in between that two. Okay ද ළමයි? Next one, divisibility. What is mean by divisibility ළමයි? People should be able to make even small transactions. That's why central bank has issued different notes ළමයි. Central bank would have issued only 5,000 ළමයි. Then 20 rupee note. Why central bank has issued such a small note ළමයි? That's called divisibility. Okay ද ළමයි? බලන්න notes ටික අරගෙන එහෙම තමයි දැන් 10 rupee coin එකක් හදලා තියන්නේ ඇයි ළමයි? To make some small transaction. That's called divisibility. මං කියවර ඩබල් මොකද්ද මේ බාට සිස්ටම් එකේ අවුලක් නේ ළමයි තිබ්බේ ඔයාලට මතකද ඒක? ඒක ලොකු අවුලක්. පොඩි transactions කරන්න බෑ ළමයි. හරි අමාරුයි ඒක. මේක එහෙම නෑ ළමයි. So remember the money should have the quality of divisibility ළමයි. If not, it is rejected by people. Clear the ළමයි? Right. Next one, divisibility, portability. Portability mean ළමයි? It's it's portability mean carrying from one place to another place. දැන් මං කිව්වා ඔයාලට 100,000 වුණත් අරන් යන්න පුළුවන් නේ කීයද ළමයිනේ 5,000 note 20 notes නේ ළමයි purse එකේ දාගෙන අරන් යන්න පුළුවන්. That's very simple to carry from one place to another. ඒක තියෙන්න ඕනි ළමයි. දැන් කොහමද ළමයි 5,000 note එකක් මෙන්න මේ වගේ paper එක හැදුවා. Clear the ළමයි? Why central bank has not used such a big paper to make 1,000 rupees note or 100 rupees note? It should be it's able to carry from one place to another place. Clear the ළමයි? හැබැයි මෙහෙමයි ළමයි මේකට divisibility එකයි portability එකයි පොඩ්ඩක් balance වෙන්න ඕන ළමයි. කියන එක ඔයාලට clear දන්නේ. දැන් මෙහෙමනේ ළමයි. divisibility කියන්නේ small transactions කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. දැන් එහෙම කියලා ළමයි 10 මොනවාද මේ ඔක්කොම 10 rupee coins 20 rupee note තිබුණා නම් ළමයි portability එක කොහොම වෙයිද ළමයි 100,000 අරන් යන්න ඔයාලට සල්ලි bag එකක දාලා එහෙම තමයි අරන් යන්නේ. මේ දෙක balance වෙන්න ඕනේ. portability and divisibility. clear ද ළමයි? අර ඒකයි අර බලන්න 20 rupee note එකක් තියෙනවා 5,000 note එකක්. ඔය දෙක බැලන්ස් කරන්න තමයි සෙන්ට්‍රල් බැංක් එක එහෙම කරන්නේ ළමයි. next one recognizability or homogeneity. අර ඔයාලට මතක නැති වෙදිලා මොකද ගොඩක් පොඩි එතකොට. අර මේ 2000 රුපී නෝට් 2000 රුපී නෝට් එකක් තිබුණා ළමයි. අම්මලාගෙන් අහන්න. නෑ 2000 2000 and also 200 ළමයි like 2000 2003 ඕකේද ළමයි. ඊට පස්සේ සෙන්ට්‍රල් බැංක් එක කරේ ඒක අයින් කරා ළමයි. රිජෙක්ට් කරා කියන්නේ. රිමූව් කරා. ටෝටලි මේක ආය ගන්න එපා එහෙම කියලා අයින් කරා ළමයි. ඒක තමයි ඒකේ අවුල තමයි ළමයි ඒක අර අමාරුයි කියන්නේ දැන්. ඔයා දැන් මේකේ තියෙනවා සිම්බල්ස් වගේක් නේද ළමයි. ඔයාලා දන්නවා මොකක්ද ඒකට කියන්නේ. you know the security 2000 note, yes, the 2000 note also it got rejected because of some reason, I don't know what it was, but anyway, recognizability and homogeneity. Recognizability කියන්නේ ළමයි දැන් ඔයාට 100 රුපිය එකක් අර දැක්ක ගමන් අඳුන ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා මේක 100, හරිද, මේක 1000. දැන් මෙහෙම මම ඇහුවොත් ඔයාගෙන් question එකක් ළමයි, how many types of 1000 rupee notes in Sri Lanka? මං අහන්නේ the number of 1000 rupee note නෙමෙයි, how many types of 1000? yeah, okayද ළමයි? yes. Sandil, how many ayatmi, how many types of 1000 rupee notes in Sri Lanka? How many types of 5000 rupees note? One, only one. මේක නිතරයි නේද තියෙන්නේ ළමයි. අර කලින් නම් තිබුණා ඒකත් අයින් කරලා තියෙන්නේ මං හිතන්නේ. කයිනේ තියෙන්නේ දැක්ක ගමන් ඔයාලට අඳුන ගන්න පුළුවන්. 100 100 නැද්ද මන්ද මං ගාව. ඒක විතරයි තියෙන්නේ ළමයි නේද? මෙහෙම නැති 100 තව තියෙනවද ළමයි? There's only one type of 100 rupee note. Clear the ළමයි. Why? The central bank could have printed more, I mean, different types of 100 rupees note lamai. Why? Central bank has printed only one to secure this recognizability or homogeneity. Recognizability. So people should be able to recognize coins and notes simple way. Clear the lamai. Last one is difficulty in counterfeit. Counterfeit mean lamai the difficult to copy. මේක දැන් අර සල්ලි හොර සල්ලි අච්චු ගහනවා කියන්නේ ළමයි අපි. සමහර අය කරනවා. හැබැයි ඔක they got caught නේද ළමයි. මේ ගහන්න බෑ මේක හරි අමාරුයි. ඇයි දන්නවද මේකේ තියෙන security features ළමයි. මොනවද තියෙනවද ඔයාලා දන්නව අර. මේකේ මොනවද security features තියෙන්නේ? මේකේ තියෙන number එකක්. ආ number එක නම් කොහොම හරි ගත්තා කියමු ළමයි. ඊට පස්සේ මෙන්න මෙතන තියෙනවානේ 1000 වල මෙන්න මේක බලන්න. පොඩ්ඩක් feel වෙනවා ගතියක් තියෙනවා නේද ළමයි. මේක හරි අමාරුයි මේ copy කරන්න. ලියද ළමයි බලන්න පොඩ්ඩක් අල්ලලා මේ 1000 රුපිය ඕන එකක් ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් ෆීල් වෙන එක ටච් වෙන ගතියක් තියෙනවා ළමයි. ටිකක් ටැන්ජිබල් ගතියක් තියෙන පොඩ්ඩක් ඉස්සිලා වගේ තියෙනවා නේද ළමයි. අර මේක හරි අමාරුයි කොපි කරන්න. මේ වර්ඩ් එක ළමයි counterfeit. ඕකේද ළමයි? It's very difficult, I mean, to be a good money, it's very difficult to counterfeit coins and notes. ලියද ළමයි? මේ දැන් මේකේ තියෙනවා මේ හරි අමාරුයි ළමයි. දැන් මොනවද තියෙන්නේ මේකේ? බර්ඩ්ස් තියෙනවා. දැන් බර්ඩ්ස්ලා මේක ඔක්කොම එකක් නෙමෙයි ඩිෆරන්ට් නේද? මේකේ මන් දන්නේ නැහැ කවුද ඉන්නේ කියලා මන් දන්නේ. parrot like parrot. This one doll. okayද ළමයි? So different birds ළමයි. It's very difficult to counterfeit. And මේකේ අර තියෙනවා නේද තා මොකක් හරි අර අද දෙකට කියන්නේ අර නූලක් වගේ එකක් තියෙනවා නේද මැද? ඔයාලා බලනවනේ ඉස්සර මේ. මතකද? ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? මේක අර ඒ කියන්නේ කොයින්ස් ඇන්ඩ් නෝට්ස් ඒක අර හරි අමාරු වෙන්න ඕන කවුන්ටර්ෆීට් කරන්න. ඒක ලේසි නෑ ළමයි. ඒක තියන්න බෑනේ ළමයි. මිනිස්සු හැමෝම මේවා කරනවානේ. ළමයි, what is the most difficult note to counterfeit in the world? Have you ever heard? What is the most difficult note? The most difficult note to counterfeit in the world. In other words, we can say the which note has, you know, the higher number of security features. Any guesses? No? Sitma? $100 note ළමයි. ඒක කවදාවත් කවුන්ටර්ෆීට් කරලා අපේ නම් කොහොම හරි ගහනවනේ ළමයි. මේ අමාරුයි මාර අමාරුයි. මොකද දන්නවද ඒකේ මේ තියෙන ෆීචර්ස් ළමයි සමහර ඒවා මිනිස්සුවත් දන්නේ නැහැ ළමයි. දැන් මේක නම් අපිට පුළුවන් මේක අල්ලන්න මේක තියෙනවා මේක මෙහෙම කියලා 100 රුපී නෝට් එකේ. සමහර ෆීචර්ස් තියෙනවා ළමයි. ඒවා දන්නේ අර සෙන්ට්‍රල් බැංක් එක ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? ඒවා දන්නේ සෙන්ට්‍රල් බැංක් එක විතරයි. ක්ලියර්. එතකොට අර කවුරු හරි මේ මෙහෙම මේ ප්‍රින්ට් කරපු ගමන් ඉක්මනට අල්ලන්න පුළුවන්. ක්ලියර්ද ළමයි? Normally the $100 note is said to be most difficult uh, not to count counterfeit. ඕකේද ළමයි? ඉතින් මේ qualities ටික තියෙන්න ඕන. නැත්නම් ඒක අර good money නෙමෙයි. ඕකේද ළමයි? To use money as a medium of exchange lamai, the money should have must have these characteristics. These are called attributes of good money. Number one, common access, is a important one lamai. Second one, durability. Durability mean lamai, the central bank should make these coins and notes using specific substance which last for, you know, many years. Then relative scarcity. Okay, the lamai. Divisibility. Okay, divisibility, portability. It's, you know, from carrying from one place to another place should be easy. And recognizability, homogeneous mean my people should be able to recognize points and not simple way easily. Okay, the lamai. Within few seconds, they should be, you know, people should be able to regard this 100 rupees, 5,000 rupees. That's why they have used, central bank has used some special features. Okay, the lamai common characteristics notes. Other one is lamai difficulty in counterfeiting. Okay, the lamai counterfeit mean copy. ඒක කොපි කරන්න බැරි වෙන්න ඕන ළමයි. නැත්නම් ඒක අර හොඳ එකක් නෙමෙයි. ඒ වුණොත් සෙන්ට්‍රල් බැංක් එකට මේක අයින් කරලා දාන්න. නේද ළමයි? ඉතින් මේ ටික ඔක්කොම තියෙන්න ඕන නැත්නම් ඒක හොඳ කරන්සි එකක් නෙමෙයි. Clearද? Right. The next lesson is ළමයි the types of money. There are 5 types of money including cryptocurrencies. Yeah, I'll be doing it tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow 1:30 class. Okay. Right, lamai. My plan is to cover up this class, the lesson as soon as possible. Okay, the lamai. Then we can move to international trade. Right. Okay, lamai. That's enough today. Thank you for coming here today. We discussed very important 2 points. Number one is what is mean by money. Okay, another main one is main functions of money. Remember, there are 4 main functions. Lamai. Some very better to remember 4 functions of money. Then barter system and monetary system. Why barter system got rejected, and what are the main drawbacks or the main bottleneck, that's called for double coincident of bonds. And then we discuss lamai the attributes of good money. Yeah, and money trade specialization and division of. There's a high possibility to come question from this part lamai. I mean, how trade specialization, division of labor and money are interconnected. Okay, ළමයි. මේකෙන් question එකක් ආවේ නම් first lesson එකේ තිබුණා 2015 වල වගේ මට මතකයි. මතක හැටියට. money වලට ඇවිල්ලා තිබුණේ. එන්න පුළුවන් අනිත් එක attributes of. Okay ද ළමයි. Right. See you tomorrow. Bye. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye.